As an American citizen growing up in the United States, I have been told repeatedly that I'm in one of the freest countries in the entire world, that the entire world looks to my country for freedom. I've watched my political leaders give away trillions of my dollars to industries that I do not approve of, to organizations I do not agree with, and to foreign countries, especially Israel. And you know what? For the majority of my life, I really didn't care. It was annoying, it was a burden, it was sad to see, but I didn't have any real moral ground to stand on. I was being selfish because these countries needed my aid. They needed my help. As an American, I needed to work 40 hours a week, not really be able to afford a home, not really be able to have children, but I should support moral causes all over the world. And as I got older, when I heard the government come and say, we need to support a war in Ukraine, and I said, no, my political leaders have ties to that country, and that country is corrupt, and I don't agree with it. I don't want to support it. I had no choice. And billions of our tax dollars went to another war. I didn't agree with the Iraq war. I knew it was wrong. And it happened to be the same guy, Benjamin Netanyahu. And he's here again with another orchestrated event that he knew completely about. We all know now that Israel knew what was happening. They knew about the attack and did nothing to stop it. They even knew they were preparing for this attack and still didn't do anything about it. So I looked into the history. I wanted to know what's going on. Why is this guy, Benjamin Netanyahu, showing up in my life again to take more of my money and to tell me how to feel about things that are happening on the other side of the world? I'm not pro-Palestinian. I'm not pro-Israel. I'm not pro any of this crap. But what I am is a very pissed off American, because the politicians who are supposed to represent us, the people, we, the people, in our government, are not doing that at all. They're representing the interests of other groups, of corporations. So Elon, I'll raise your go fuck yourself one. Fuck Israel. Because when I looked into it, I don't agree at all with what Israel's doing. I can see what they're doing in Gaza. It's disgusting. It's abhorrent. How are you possibly going to sit around and talk about human life when 20,000 people have already been killed by Israel? I won't be manipulated anymore. I looked at the information. I know the history. It's not even as old as Joe Biden. It wasn't hard to research and figure out what is really going on over there. And again, I want to reiterate, I'm not pro-Palestinian. I am not pro-Hamas. I'm just an American citizen being forced, again, by my government to agree to things I don't agree with, to have my labor taken from me and given to other people that benefit my political leaders. I'm completely disgusted by all of them. Every single member of Congress should be stripped of their office. To create a bill forcing my allegiance to a foreign country is completely un-American. It is total treachery. This is not freedom at all anymore. I have the right to criticize a foreign country. I have a right to criticize Israel. There is no group of people anywhere in the world who is allowed to have an ethno-state. If I was to champion a white ethno-state, I would be labeled a white supremacist. This is ridiculous, this idea that I have to agree to Zionism. I have no reason to agree to it. I have no skin in the game. It does not matter to me what happens in the Middle East, and I am sick of being told that it does. I do not need Benjamin Netanyahu coming to my country again and telling the people who run my country what to do with my money, my livelihood, to put me at risk for his issues, for what he wants to accomplish. Israel is nothing more than a land development company with a military. Netanyahu has done this to me before in my lifetime. We killed 1 million Iraqis in a ridiculous moral crusade to find weapons of mass destruction that did not exist. How are we falling for this again? He is using the American people. As Americans, we need to stand up for this. Saying that you are not for this war, that you are not for giving our entire livelihoods to a fucking foreign country is not anti-Semitic. I hope that God protects all of his children, even the chosen ones. I don't hate Jewish people. I don't hate Israeli people. But I do hate the state of Israel because they are robbing from me. They are stealing from the people I love and care about, and they're ruining my country. The people who are meant to govern my people have allegiance to a country on the other side of the world, to the point where they're legislating criticism of that country against me. There are states in America that have laws against American citizens boycotting the state of Israel. Please explain to me how that comes to pass. How is that remotely free? Americans are not free in the least. We are economic slaves of a political class that has allegiances to foreign countries. Whether it's Ukraine or Israel or name one that's in our favor. And in the meantime, we are devastating lives across the globe. And then when those people are angry at us, I'm the one that has to pay the price. My people have to go fight these wars. My people have to protect ourselves from what the political class in our country has decided to do abroad. I didn't want to have to make this video. There's no reason as an American citizen that I should be under this much stress that I have to say something like, fuck Israel. But the only way that I'm going to get other Americans to hear my voice and to realize it is okay to say fuck Israel. It is okay to say fuck any organization, any corporation. It doesn't matter. These are not individual people. These are not religions. I have no problem with anyone's ethnicity or religion whatsoever. I care about human beings. If you're telling me to be upset because I care about human beings is somehow racist or bigoted, you're delusional. It is time for the American people to replace every single member of Congress. They have all shown their cards by voting for this ridiculous House resolution. They all, Republican or Democrat, they're all the same. They don't care about the American people. They care about their office and they care about getting reelected. And it's time that the Americans turn out and show them who's really in charge. Please vote for anyone who doesn't take funding. Vote for anyone who doesn't have an R or a D after their name.